Hello everyone, and welcome to the 18th of May, or turn 9. Let's go and see what happened. I don't know what this is caused by. It's possible by playing multiple sides. And again, clear weather turn was good. 12% losses is a bit grim, but the French are slowly mounting as well. I feel like they had a quite brutal counterattack against our encirclement last turn. So let's go and have a look at that. In the south we didn't make a lot of progress forward. We did batter a couple of regiments here, but overall we're not really getting the break in the enemy lines that we need to advance through, and mainly because of the difficult terrain, and just the French units are quite good quality as well. We're also failing crucial attacks that we really shouldn't be, like this one and that one, which despite the much higher French losses, we should have encircled and completely eliminated those units rather than just hurting them. Slow advance further up here. And again, this, I cannot believe that cavalry unit survived that. It is absolutely ridiculous. Still, they're seeming a little bit loose here. They don't necessarily have quite enough units to plug the whole front, so we are pushing them back slowly here. Also, we did go back to that, decent number on a bunch of their artillery pieces with the Air Force. But yeah, we also failed an attack quite badly. I misjudged how strong the French motorized unit was. 6th Army here, we are completing our encirclement. And as you can see, I dropped the paratroopers. I actually dropped them over here. But it seems like one landed on a tank unit and 2 landed over here, and the one that landed on a tank unit got completely erased, which frankly sucks, and I was very unhappy about. But yeah, we managed to rescue our cut-off units and bust over the river in a big way. The whole aim here was to kind of create a second pocket, but despite, like, you can see the airstrikes there and against this unit later, despite that, they somehow hold. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes on this one. This unit had been artilleried and airstriked into, I think, 10 readiness, and then stood off a 4 hexite attack, including one from directly behind it. The French are doing a very good job this game, even when perhaps they shouldn't. It's getting quite frustrating. And again, we failed an attack here, which we really shouldn't have. Everything I know from playing these games for years says both of those attacks should have worked. And again, we flubbed in yet another attack. We do have a fairly secure pocket around Namur, though, which is nice. And something of a relief. It's going to be a lot of dead French units, and even though we didn't manage to make this second pocket hold, yeah, we'll still hurt them. On to 4th Army, and Hannibal is pushing the Belgians back with good, solid, well-planned attacks, so no complaints there. He's taking over the job from 12th Army, commanded by BB Joey. He's learning to be cautious about forts, which is good, and threatening to hop over the river, which is nice as well, even though it's quite difficult to actually do. just all his stragglers catching up. And yeah, I've warned him to watch out for some Dutch trying to cut his lines or retake Tilburg. That's unfortunate, yeah, like... Okay, we're on to 12th Army, BB Joey, who's getting his infantry up in position to lay down some hurt on the Belgians. Or, you know, on himself in that case, but what can you do? You can't win them all. I think that was one of the most effective airstrikes I've ever seen in my life. I guess they were well overstacked, but youch. A lot of trucks, some tanks, a few other things. And the Belgians just unable to compete with proper German infantry when they can take their time, getting some hurt. British doing a bit better, but not amazingly. And we're on to Panzergruppe Kleist, facing up against the British across the river. Oh, that's brave. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. They'll probably be pushed back across, but yeah, it looks like this apparently failed because this is already the stacking was too high on this hex. So this single 11th is a part of 12th division has cost us a lot of troops. Similar story there, I'm pretty sure. They also crossed the river up here, pushing back the British, although I'm not entirely confident that's such a good idea. Although, as I say that, they managed to do it. Yeah, even with cross-river attacks, he's doing a very good job. Heavy casualties for the Belgians there. And we're up to 16th Army and their slow assault on the Dutch. With the fall of everything except their core cities, they should be on the cusp of starting to roll for surrender. So if we get lucky, we will get some Dutch surrenders soon, but it's possible they won't. Again, it's not really that easy for the troops up here to come all the way down and assist with the battle for France in time, so I'd rather that our player, who the name I've forgotten, takes his time like he is. And the French are counterattacking. I have a feeling this is going to be bad. Oh, I'm disappointed those troops escaped, to be honest. And they completely raised a regiment of paratroopers, which, you know, isn't unexpected because they got utterly screwed by both landing in the wrong place and the rolls on that combat. So yeah, unfortunate. Didn't necessarily expect that, especially not the enormous amount of casualties we took. That's most of a regiment just getting blown to pieces. And again, the paratroopers getting pushed around. Nothing we can really do about it. Looks like they're maneuvering somewhat, but it's hard to tell what they're doing on this screen. And yeah, they're not even going to try and rescue that little cavalry regiment, as well they shouldn't. yeah, what's left of their artillery is not doing a very good job because of the casualties they've suffered and how I've been targeting it with my planes. The British counterattacked and fumbled it reasonably hard. Same thing there, that's good. We have a very solid bridgehead over there now, and we should be able to take the bridge this turn. That's unfortunate. Didn't see that coming, to be honest. Again, they're counterattacking quite successfully against 12th Army. Looks like they're shifting south to shore up the line there and free troops to deal with our push down here. However, they may be too slow, and if they pull any more troops out of this northern region, there's the possibility of a breakthrough up there. They may have completely abandoned Belgium to just be defended by Belgians. No, actually, apart from Brussels. And their air force remains ineffective. Last but not least, the Dutch are fighting back as best they can, mostly just artillery strikes against German forward positions. And I think that was trying to take out a bridge. Right, that is it from the history screen. Up here they've stacked up quite a lot to defend Utrecht. And elsewhere, yeah, it's not unexpected that they would be deploying on the far side of the Polder. Over here, we've got some empty space there, which is interesting. And a fair amount of Belgian units in the Antwerp metropolitan region. Brussels itself is more French and British defenders now, which is interesting. There's clearly some reshuffling going on amongst the other team. Further south, this is quite a solid... Oh my god, look at the stacking. That's horribly, horribly overstacked. All along the front, all along the British line. I'm guessing that they are anticipating pushing them back and moving some of the units out of there, but that is quite alarming. Those troops are going to take huge casualties this turn when BB Joey pushes against them. We also have an interesting setup here of some battered paratroopers. There's a potential pocket there, but I don't really see it happening, to be honest. We just don't have the strength to push along this side. We could probably... No, we can take out and hurt these troops left behind, but actually reducing this pocket is going to have to take priority. As you can see from the readiness, it's quite low for a lot of them, so they're going to be struggling with supplies. To nobody's surprise. So yeah, we had the Luft landing division, but we don't actually have enough political points to play it, so that will save me that hassle. A bit disappointing, we lost both of our paratrooper division, 2 of our 3 paratrooper regiments, but yeah, not the end of the world. Let me just quickly check for cards on the army groups. We can give a unit a boost to experience, so let's choose one of the panzers. Alright, 7 panzers, you get more experience. These guys are in a fine position. Right, looking at the map, as you can see, Belgium is on to its last legs. Same with the Netherlands. France is still largely intact. Nothing we can do about that. and yeah, we're going to have to see what we can manage down here. Finish off a few units. I'm not thinking it's very likely we're going to be able to break across this river because they are hitting us with artillery and the ability to move is quite low. So yeah, we're going to have to see about that. And finish off this blasted regiment at least. Right, thanks a lot everyone, and I will see you in the next turn.